Hello everyone, my name is Fernando Cuenca. Today we were going to talk about how formative assessment is not just a measurement tool but the main engine for improving learning in real time, focusing on making instructional decisions. Let's start by defining the key concept. What is formative assessment? The fundamental idea is that it is not just a test that is taken at the end. It is a continuous process. Its main characteristics are timing. It takes place during the learning process, not at the end. Goal. Its main goal is monitor learning to provide continuous feedback. Stake. It is generally low stake and seeks to improve, not grade. And finally, impact. It allows for informed decision to adjust teaching in real time. Interpretation of data. The crucial step for making an informational decision in the interpretation of data. Interpreting results doesn't just mean looking at the grade. It's mainly using evidence to identify learning gaps and take action. This interpretation focuses on three key areas: effectiveness, difficulties, and action. Number one, effectiveness. We ask which teaching techniques work best and how many students achieve the objectives. This validates our methods. Number two, difficulties. Here we focus on the detail, identify exactly which students are stranded and with what specific concept. This gives us diagnostic precision. And number three, action. Once we have the evidence, we move on to action. We decide when to review a topic, when to move forward, or when to change materials. Instructional decision making is the central purpose of this entire process. The main goal is to modify teaching activities to improve student performance. When can we make these adjustments? The adjustment cycle is flexible. This decision can be made for, during, or after interaction. What can we adjust? Strategies. We can change the main topic explaining, for example, switching from a reading to a role play activity. Task. We can modify the complexity of activities to make them more accessible or more challenging. Materials. We can introduce new visual resources or text to approach the concept of different perspectives. Example 1, post-assessment adjustment. Let's look at a practical example. The scenario: an ST ticket at the end of class reveals that a high percentage, fake 17 of the class did not understand the main concept of today's lesson. The interpretation: there is a widespread comprehension gap. The current method was not effective for the majority. Decision: instructional adaptation. The most important decision: do not move on the next topic. We plan to reteach the concept in the next class, but we will do with a different approach. Perhaps using a different visual approach or a small group work. The goal is clear: to prevent concept errors from sitting in long-term memory. Benefits for learning. Finally, what are the direct benefits of this approach for learning? Focus improvement. It always instruction to be fine-tuned. A student receive exactly the support they need when they need it. Got closer. It helps close the distance between current student performance and desired learning objective. Offensive and motivation by understanding where they are and how to improve. Students become more self-directed and motivate learning. Conclusion. In conclusion, the interpretation of formative assessment results is blind and continuous process. Let's remember that the ultimate goal is not just to grade, but to make informed decisions that adapt teaching to the student real need. Thank you for your attention. See you soon.